What's up, and welcome back to Campfire Convos. On this episode, backed by popular demand, we have my dad with me again. And this episode is going to be a little different than the last because it's not going to be a Father's Day specific episode, so we are a little more free to just talk about whatever we would normally talk about. So I'm excited to sit out here, and as you can see, it is a little bit of a chilly day today. So I appreciate you being here and sitting out in the cold with me.
I appreciate being here, and looking forward to nipping on what we got to nip on back here to keep it a little warmer.
Yeah. I think he just showed up for the Andy Shandy, if I'm being completely honest.
Very true.
Yeah. Well, let's take a sip and start this off. What do you think? Cheers.
Cheers. Wow.
That's so good every time.
Is it? Very good.
When you take a sip out of your cup, are you a corner?
Yep.
Yeah.
Always a corner, always have been. I don't know why.
I feel like I just had that conversation with someone.
Yeah.
And they were aside on a square glass. That just seemed weird to me. You have like the perfect little funnel if you go to the corner.
Exactly.
But, well, you just came back from hunting today, right?
Yeah, well, I was sitting in the woods.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you already got your deer.
Fortunate to shoot a deer here archery season about 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah. It was a nice deer.
Yeah, it was good. I had the best part about it is it was easy to get down the woods.
Yeah.
I don't do anything.
Yeah, I was going to say, I drove right up to it, pulled it right out of the woods. So. It fell not far from the trail, too, so that was pretty convenient.
Yeah, it was really nice. But, me and Mikey was out, just sitting in a hut drinking coffee and bullshitting.
Nice.
So it's enjoyable just to be in nature. And, we got the first snow of the year, which was neat. And it's always better to hunt in the snow. So anytime you can be out in nature, get there. So
it's pretty neat. I feel like I've not been able to actually hunt in the snow. I feel like by the time it snows, I've normally already tagged out also. I always feel like...
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess this is odd. End of November, 1st of December, you get snow.
Yeah.
Several years we don't have it. And for me, give me a little snow for hunting season. Mm-hmm. Give me a little snow for Christmas. Mm-hmm. And then they can go away. Yeah. I'm good.
My thing is, if it's going to be cold outside, like if it's going to be less than 30 degrees, I want snow.
Yeah.
But if it's not going to be, or if it's going to be like, I'd rather, 20 degrees and 3 feet of snow than like 0 degrees.
Right.
Like just hover right around freezing and chill there. I'm cool with that.
Yep.
But also, I'm really happy the snow has actually been staying on the trees. I feel like a lot of the times around here, it snows and it's immediately falling and it doesn't look as cool.
Well, it's not been windy, which is good.
Yeah.
As soon as you get a little bit of wind, that blows off, which is much nicer to hunt in.
Yeah. It is much nicer to hunt in?
You can see. You can see, you can't see as well because you got snow all over the tree limbs.
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't even think of that. I'm thinking more like photography standpoint.
Right.
Everything looks better. Like, no one wants to look at dead trees, but dead trees covered in snow will be better to look at.
Cool.
But yeah, that's really cool. I really want to get back into hunting. I've like been saying that for a couple of years now, but I just haven't made time to do it.
Well, it's about the camaraderie as much as the hunt. It's enjoyable. You'd rather get to hunt quite a bit, Brady, and it's nice. Got a couple of buddies now to hunt with. It's enjoyable, but like I said, your mom was talking last night. It was like, I'm going out hunting. She says, well, you already got your deer. I'm like, well, yeah. I'm going with Mikey. We already got his deer. Well, yeah. What are you going to do? I said, we're going to sit bullshit and drink coffee. So, again, just nice to be out.
Yeah.
Out in the nature.
Yeah. At what point did you transition into that? Because I feel like you weren't really able to just like sit in the same tree stand for a while because we used to just do single tree stands.
Right.
So,
the big transition was buying property. I own 200 acres now, so it's mine. I can do what I want with it. And, God bless you guys when you started hunting. When it rained, it got wet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was fortunate to build some tree stands that we can get out of the weather and enjoy hunting. But that really transitioned when I bought my property. Yeah. It's mine. I can do what I want with it. So, I spend a lot of time out here all summer long with all the mowing and whatnot I do here. It's enjoyable. I got a stressful job, and this is a good way to decompress.
Yeah.
So, and then I get to enjoy the fruits of my work in hunting season. So it's enjoyable.
It's always nice to see that payoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like going from 300 plus people to by yourself in the woods, nothing else is probably pretty refreshing.
Nothing better. Yeah. Nothing better. It was unique. You know, we got our 2 foreign exchange students, and actually I got off work a little early, and Rebecca's been dying to see deer in the wild, so I brought her out, and we sit over in the hut.
Nice.
It was enjoyable to get her out there to see her enjoy nature. She's never really seen anything like that. Yeah. So unfortunately, we didn't see any deer or any animals. Period. So she was a little bummed out about that. And what's unique about the attention span of a teenager is about 15 minutes in, it's like, where's the deer? Like, it doesn't work that way. So it's a patient thing, but again, she enjoyed being out into nature itself, just the snow, because she don't get a whole lot of snow where she's at.
Yeah, yeah, that's really cool. I feel like the whole foreign exchange student thing has been really neat. I mean, this is just second set, and I feel like both times we've gotten incredibly lucky with who we've gotten. Both sets of girls have been pretty awesome and blended in with the family pretty well. Yeah,
you know, taking that leap, I mean, that's a challenging thing. I'm thinking, your mom asked me, I'm like, what the hell do we want? We're getting rid of kids. Why do I want more kids?
Yeah.
But, you know, Freya and Youngin, our first group, and now Loda and Rebecca, this group, we've been very fortunate because they're good girls, and it's nice to, you know, your mom had 3 boys, so to have a couple girls to be able to hang out and do things, but just to see the enjoyment of stuff they get to experience. You know, I know when he talked to them, they came here, they had almost like a bucket list, things they wanted to check off and see in PA, and they checked quite a few of those off already, you know. So I know one big one's coming up here, their Christmas vacation, a water park theme coming up too. But no, the girls are good, and they're enjoying school. They're fitting in well, and you know, they're just it's a lot of fun, a lot of fun and enjoyment. Yeah,
it's. I think more often than not, personally, I enjoy seeing other people experience something for the first time than experiencing it for the first time yourself is cool, but it's almost better to watch other people experience it for the first time when you get to facilitate that.
Right, absolutely. You know what
I mean? So it's really cool that you guys are able to do that, and
again, you just provide the opportunity. Yeah, provide the opportunity for them to experience it. You know, Rebecca's outdoorsy, camping. She enjoyed camping. Loda, not so much. Yeah, she more the glamping like Carla would do. You know, so, but it's neat to get them to experience something for the first time and see that smile. It's like Christmas morning. You get that magical smile.
So I don't know if either of them watch this, so I don't know if I can ask this question, but is there anything that you know is on their list that you're looking forward to, that you know that we're going to do that they might not yet?
Well, the big one is the water park. Okay. You know, they have water parks where they're at, but you know, we're going to go to do the Kalahari thing here next month. And then, me and Lotus talked about that. She's really interested in hockey. So we're going to try to get down to a Pens game.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, and we talked about Steeler game, and that's been an obstacle. You know, that's very pricey and sometimes very hard to come by. But as much as they've sucked recently, maybe tickets will be a little easier to come by here in a couple of weeks because they might be out of the playoffs. But those are the first things in mind that I'd like to see them get done because it's, you know, something I enjoy. So
yeah, that'd be really cool. Especially hockey. I mean, being able to see one of the best hockey players ever in Sidney Crosby.
Correct.
That would be pretty neat.
Yeah, and again, they you know, we had them to the Pirate game, and it was neat. They enjoyed the experience. I had no idea what was going on in the field. Yeah, but was wondering why are they running around and everybody else is standing. So, but again, it's just a different culture and something that we've got to learn from them as much as, you know, they've learned from us, which is what it's about. The part of it we enjoy. So,
I think that's something that a lot of people don't consider as much as you get to bring in people from a culture that is nothing like ours, nothing like ours, and to see
even their school days. Like their school days are so much different than us. Their education system is different than ours. So all that simple stuff that is just similar but different enough to be almost jarring. It's like why that, or how does that work?
Right.
It's really neat.
So, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
So you're on episode, what episode are we on now?
Season 2, episode 14.
Episode 14. So I've enjoyed this year quite a bit. I guess a few things I'm curious about is it appears to me that they get better and better every one you do, which you should. I mean, that's experience. So give me some stuff that you've learned this year. Because if you go back and look at episode 1 and 2 of season 1 compared to what you've done any of these, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
What have you learned from I guess your profession?
A lot. So I believe it was either this morning or last night. I just saw that this is, and I hope I'm not misspeaking, but this is the 1 year anniversary. Like this week is 1 year anniversary of us actually putting out the first episode. Oh. Carla, do we know that? Is that confirmed?
Last week, 24th.
24th. We shot it or we posted it?
Like, put out there.
Okay. So right around the year mark of the whole process of podcasting. And the podcast started as I want to sit around, I'm having these conversations anyways, let's talk about it. But I think, obviously the camera stuff and making everything look and sound good is a learning experience in itself. But I think the biggest thing has been just talking to people and having these conversations and being able to kind of come up with stuff on the go where it's, we have these conversations. We don't script it. We don't know what we're talking about. But to be able to flow it.
No clue today.
Yeah, we're literally 30 seconds before we're starting, like, what are we talking about? I don't know. We'll see where it goes.
Right.
But being able to just have that conversation flow naturally, and being able to pull that out of other people to make them comfortable. Because a lot of people, like a couple of your buddies, I'm like, hey, would you be on the podcast? And they're like, well, no, I'm not comfortable. I wouldn't be good at it. I wouldn't. Right. And it's like, well, that's my job is to.
Correct.
We're just sitting here talking. Like
that's what I guess what I'm talking about is, you take the uncomfortableness out of the conversation.
No.
And again, I've always thought you've been a bullshitter all your life. So I mean, you have no problem just sitting down talking to people, which is a good thing in your business. But I guess that's what I was talking more than the technical stuff. I mean, obviously there's improvements there, but more of your comfortability behind the camera and directing. I mean, is ultimately what you're doing and running the show. It's just a night and day. I really enjoyed the one with Steve Monty. Mm-hmm. I know you guys got some exciting stuff planned here in the spring with the collaboration with Shop with a Cop, and that episode there was pretty cool for me. Because I know Steve and. I related to a lot of the stuff because I was involved with him when we started this and doing it to see what it's grown into. And I know he likes to give me and Marcy some credit for that, but we've helped and we've guided. It's 1,000% Steve, and just who he is. And you don't run around people that much that are that impactful.
Yeah.
And he's impacted my life by who he is, which is neat. And but I really enjoyed that episode that they have. And actually, we're going to an event of his. Saturday? What's it called? The Ugly Sweater?
Ugly Sweater. I don't know if it's Ugly Sweater contest, fundraiser. It's fundraiser for Shop.
Fundraiser, right?
Yeah.
But that episode there really stuck in my mind. And then you had a couple of your friends that are on there. And you get into a wide variety of topics, which is neat.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what I think you're going for. Well, what's on your mind? Who are you? And you're able to dig that out of them. Yeah. And it's neat when you sit and listen to somebody who's passionate about what they want to talk about.
Yeah.
Because you get to learn a little bit. So kudos. I mean, it's been good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I think what you just said there, the passionate about what they want to talk about, has been probably the biggest realization. I can sit here and be like, hey, talk about outdoor stuff. Tell me about camping. Tell me about this stuff.
Right.
Not everyone relates to that.
Okay.
And I could go out there and find people who just relate to that and nothing but it's harder to get the message out when all people care about is camping or all people care about is one certain thing, or trying to relate it to my certain thing, because a lot of people care about a lot of different things.
Right.
But if you shoot an episode, if you're a hunter and I come out here and ask you to talk about fishing for the whole time,
Right.
you might not care about fishing at all.
Right.
And when the episode's done, you don't care about it. You're not gonna be proud of it to send it to your friends
Correct.
or your family. And that's the big thing, is I want the people here to benefit as much as I am
Right.
in being as proud of it as I am. Because I can sit here and talk to anyone, but if you don't like the final result, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Like, it's not. I never wanted to be one-sided, I guess is what I'm getting to. It's not something that I want to be the sole beneficiary of.
Well, that's good. I think that's the difference I'm talking about. This year versus last year is it was, I don't want to say forced conversation, but you were directing it a lot more. Now it flows. You flow very well, digging out what you want to get from your guest, which is neat. So, yeah, I was just curious on how that how that transition has been for you. Obviously, anything we have is an experience. You should get better at it.
Yeah.
And no, I'm proud of what you've got going on so far. That's pretty cool.
Thank you. I
Pretty
appreciate
cool.
that. Appreciate that a lot. I'm currently in the middle of a 31-day video a day challenge. I've been very focused on the podcast this year, and I don't regret that at all because I've enjoyed it a lot. But it's taken away from my other YouTube stuff and my other goals. So I'm trying to kind of catch back up and push all the stuff back out. And it's really cool seeing how much focusing on the podcast has helped me in all those other aspects.
Sure.
Where, I'm sitting down and I'm talking in front of a camera, and I'm getting more comfortable in front of a camera regardless, right? But the flow of it and the goofiness of it and just the overall not seriousness of sitting in front of a camera and recording yourself
Right.
is something that I watch back, and in the moment even sometimes I'm still like, oh, that sounded awkward, or that sounded forced, or that sounded too enthusiastic or not enthusiastic enough. And then I listen back to it at the end, I'm like, oh, that was actually pretty good.
Right.
So it's cool to see the hard work kind of coming back around and actually showing in the results on that aspect and applying to other areas.
Well, I think you're right. Anything you look at as a competitor as you grow up, it's very result driven.
Yeah.
How do you know who won? We keep score. How do you know who you won? Well, you got to keep score, and you track that. So you got to look at your results. So that's I think your results have shown that you've got some traction.
Yeah.
So we'll still throw it out there if Elon Musk ever comes across this. We'd like to see him on your podcast with you, because he'd be a pretty cool guest.
Yeah. We'll make this a little clip. Elon Musk, if you see this, you got to be on the podcast. If it comes across your page, you just have to. I don't make the rules, but tag him in the comments, and we'll see if we can get him on.
Yeah, well, Tanner bought a Tesla, so he's a part owner in his company now, I guess.
Yeah. So he basically, now you have to come.
Yeah,
you have to come. Well, actually, we'll put it's a Tesla Model Y. It's pretty red. We'll put it right behind us for the episode too.
There you go.
Well, you still got to have the campfire though.
Yes.
So you're still coming out. But yeah, no, I think that's where my next step is going, is more guests.
Right.
That I'm not comfortable with.
Right.
I think we've had that conversation. I don't think we had it on camera last time, but
Correct.
Going forward I'm kind of playing it safe.
Well, I agree and disagree. I know when you had Steve on, talked to you before that, you were nervous.
Yeah.
You were nervous about it because you're talking to Steve.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you don't quite know where it goes. And what was neat about his episode was, wow, his childhood and what you learn.
Yeah.
Wow, it's inspiring.
Yeah.
It really is. So, I think you're right. You gotta challenge yourself. Just like when you're a ball player, it's easy to play the purchase lines, but when you go play the good teams, you want to be challenged.
Yeah.
So you don't want to play it safe. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think if it works out how I think it's going to work out, I think there's going to be a lot more of that this coming year. Some guests that I've talked to that. The cool thing is I have a lot of people who want to be on the podcast, but logistically speaking, this isn't one of the podcasts where I can just FaceTime in and do all that stuff like a lot of other ones are doing. I need to be with you physically sitting around a campfire to have the same effect. And so logistics of that has been the challenge. And I think when we end, so the goal for season 2 is 22 episodes before we take our break. So I think when we end that, my goal is going to be to shoot at least half of season 3 before I release season 3.
Gotcha.
That way I'm not waiting till the last second to do everything. I can take more time. I want to experiment with more of like the setup stuff. I really like the minimalist setup. Like we have a fire, chairs, and some wood.
Right.
Like it's not a lot. But I think playing around with some nighttime ones and some lighting and stuff like that, it'd be neat. And finding that balance of, well, this takes away from it, this doesn't. I can still keep the vibe of campfire. Because the one episode I shot, it's pretty late at night, and I have a camera in front of me, and it's just me, and the fire is glowing me, right? But if I sit back like this, like I like to do for most of it, you can't see me for shit. So that's more of the stuff that's on the horizon, that's challenges to overcome, but it's exciting.
So talk to me about the holidays. I mean, obviously we're in the middle of the holidays. Just went through Thanksgiving. What's holidays mean to you? I mean, that's something that's always been near and dear to me. And we lost mom and dad, so my family is what we have. And I guess they get a little bit more meaningful to me the older I get. I'm curious on how you view them and what you look to get out of the holiday.
I mean, Thanksgiving and Christmas are my 2 favorite holidays by far. And it's 100% just because of the family time that we get.
Right.
We're fortunate enough that we have a very close family, so we get to see each other throughout the year. Maybe not all together all at the same time, but most of the time we'll run into, Aunt Kathy and Uncle Rich. We'll be able to sit around having beers with them, or go out to Wings with Uncle Duke, or go to the... I've had sat around the fire with Uncle Bruce and Aunt Amy, and like everyone, we have all these different experiences individually, but the holidays is a time where we get to come together, and you get all of those conversations and all of those people in the same space. And then so Thanksgiving is really big for that. I mean, the yard side of the family getting together and all being in one place and talking forever. And then Christmas, I feel like is historically been a little bit more of the opposite. It's more of the Hollis side together, and then a little bit of the yards here and there.
Challenging.
Yeah, I mean, especially now where you have Taylor and John having a baby and being a few hours away. It's a lot. I mean, either of those two things by itself is a lot, but being a couple hours away and having a kid. That's even more.
Well, they're the only ones we didn't have this year, right?
Yeah.
They're the only ones.
Thanksgiving.
And, obviously, John, I think he had to work. I think is what you're getting into.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, but I mean it's a neat holiday. It was my grandmother's favorite holiday, and my mom enjoyed that. But just the nostalgia of getting together with the family, neats, and then obviously first day of deer season. In our family, the side of the family was big, and that was kind of a big kickoff to the holiday season for us. So, but Christmas is 2 weeks, 3 weeks away, I guess. We're not too far from that.
Yeah.
Like you said, we celebrate a little bit more of that with your mom's side of the family because life gets hard. I mean, people's job, and look, you got Brady out in Danville now. Congratulations to him and Eden, getting on their engagement.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Excited to finally have a daughter. I guess that's going to be part of our family now. But that's a long ways, 3 hours from here to get here. Yeah. So it's a challenge.
Yeah, it's the other thing you kind of realize as you're growing up. Like Christmas, I feel like it's pretty universal. Most companies give you Christmas off, right? Mm-hmm. Thanksgiving is starting to be more that way, but it has not been historically, especially, I mean, in your world. But having adults, like we're not kids anymore. We're all adult children, and I have to go to work. Well, that sucks. like it's. I understand it, and I think that's been a big part of my drive to do what I'm trying to do. Is I don't want that. I can't because I have to work, and I'm not there yet. But that's the goal. Is I don't give a shit what's going on. If I have family things to do, I want to be at those family things. And obviously there's sacrifices to get to that point, and you have to kind of choose certain points, but
a lot of sacrifices, yeah. I mean, those are the challenges, the obstacles that you run into in life, and you got to have that. You got to have that balance. You got to have your balance. But if you focus on your family and prioritize your family, I think that's the way to go, because you'll get more out of it.
yeah,
Again, in any relationship, I think you have to. It's what you put into it. So if you don't put it into it, what are you going to get out of it? What can you expect to get out of it?
yeah, yeah. I think that's another thing that's kind of overlooked is you have to put in that effort. You have to put in that. Hey, I'm making sacrifices to be here for the family and to see you guys. Not that you need to expect it back, but you definitely need to be aware of people who are and aren't trying. Because we're very fortunate. We have a very close family who goes above and beyond to be able to see each other. I feel like there's a lot of people out there that I've talked to that aren't that fortunate.
Right.
And when you hear someone like, oh, well, yeah, I just don't spend the holidays with my family, it's easy to be like, wow, that's messed up. There's probably a reason.
Probably good reasons, yeah. Again, I think when you have to be selfish at some point in your life, take growing up, and when we really look at your youth growing up, was Christmas Day, we went nowhere. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things going on, and I may have looked like that guy who was selfish. I was. Because there was nothing more important than my family, my immediate family. I had to prioritize that.
Yeah.
And how the hell do you get, tree full of presents? Let's open them up. No, let's leave.
Yeah.
So kids want to stick around, hang out, and play with what they got. So you have to be selfish, but you have to have a balance.
Yeah.
If you have a balance there, but like you said, the older and older you get, the more that you look for, and you make it a priority in your world, because ultimately when you're left is your family.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so we had a little cut because we have the mics don't like the cold. So had a little cut there. We're coming back. I am going to have to figure some stuff out for that really quick. But before we do that, I'm going to throw a couple logs on the fire to make sure this thing heats us up so I can heat up the batteries and keep the audio on, because that's kind of an important part of the podcast.
I would guess so.
But so this episode is actually brought to you by two different families. First family is the Steitlers. So Steitlers, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. It just so happens to work out that we were just talking about you. So be like the Steitlers. Buy some logs. Check the link in the description to do so. It keeps the fire glowing so we can keep the conversations a-flowing. A little cheesy.
I cut all them by hand.
Not these ones. Not these ones. Those were those ones, which is a much bigger pile. But these were the ones you used those were the ones you used the saw for.
Right.
I have a couple hours of us splitting that too, or a couple photos. And
right.
I'll put that. This was him doing photos, posing for his photo with the stack of wood that he had just split by hand. So, and then now I'm going to zoom out a little further and put that photo right here. But be like the Steitlers. Thank you guys. I appreciate you very much. Ooh. All right. So let's keep talking and see when that goes out, and then we'll fix it really quick.
Cool.
Where were we at?
Just bullshit about the holidays.
Oh yeah. So I told you my thoughts about the holidays, and you said that holidays used to be very special for you with mom and dad, right? Mm-hmm. How were they special when you were a kid, and how has that changed as an adult?
Well, again, I feel I've been fortunate, and obviously how we've kind of raised you guys is family is important, and you need to prioritize it. Sometimes I guess I felt I was forced a little bit growing up because you got friends and this and that, what you want to do. But thinking back on it, I appreciate that focus on the family, because I sat here today without mom and dad. So you miss it, but you cherish it, and it's neat to see it. My mom's favorite holiday was Christmas. She loved it when we were down there, decorated the house that I guess you guys live in now. And something that I don't have anymore. So I bought her a couple trees this year, and I'm going to take them over and put them around the grave site, so for her to celebrate, because it was one of her favorite ones. But I step back and reflect and appreciate how they taught me how to be a better family person.
Yeah.
To focus and prioritize your time on that, and like I tell you all the time, you'll understand someday. You'll say, yeah. I think I sent you guys something that talks about when I'm 2, Dad's knows everything. When I'm 8, Dad knows a lot, and when I'm 12, Dad don't know necessarily everything. And then you get down into your 40s, and you're like, maybe I ought to check with Dad about this. and then when you're sitting at my age, and say, boy, I wish I could have that one more conversation with Dad. So, you set, especially the holidays, you reflect back on all that, because you cherish it. And I think losing my mom and dad has made me a better father, more understanding father, because I don't want you guys to hurt like I've hurt with that, and you're going to. I know that. I'm realistic, but I wish I had something like this to sit back and pop it on the TV, and here's a conversation I got to have with Dad when he was alive, and I don't have that. So holidays are special to me, and again, I think what you'll get out of it, what you put into it.
Yeah.
So.
I think I just actually had this, I don't know if it was a realization or maybe I just thought about it for the first time for a while. But that you really only have so many holidays with your family. And for us, we've been very fortunate to stay together, and like this year we weren't missing too many people from Thanksgiving.
Right.
But looking at it, like, okay, Taylor and John have their immediate family that they need to prioritize now.
Correct.
We have some situations in the family that we might not be far off from having more cousins breaking off and doing that, right? So really jumping in and appreciating that we are able to do that now, and being realistic that maybe you have 3, 4, maybe 5 more before half of the cousins are with their own kids, and that's, I mean, a lot can happen in 5 years, and maybe everyone stays close, but it could very much be the case where you get 5 more years of the Thanksgiving as we know it, and then we have to change it completely. And I think the important thing for that, at least from my perspective, is adjusting and making something. Like, don't do the thing where it's not what it used to be, so let's not do anything. It's, well, this is better than nothing.
Right.
And not comparing it to, well, it's not what it used to be, but still being able to appreciate it, that, hey, we're all still here, we're all still together. Whoever shows up is together.
Sure.
Because it's easy to, okay, well, half the people are here, and now you're thinking about the other people who aren't there, instead of appreciating the ones who are with you.
Yeah, you don't want to focus on the negative piece of that, and again, for whatever reasons they have that they couldn't be there, is what it is. Take our mid-July excursion we take to camp with my side of the family. It's pretty neat. We've been fortunate to have most people be able to attend that, and I think the important thing is that, like a holiday, is you plan it the same time every year. So you can now prioritize that and say, okay, we're going to take some time off in July. we need to focus on this time because we know this is the event we have. So, again, like you said, it's harder and harder, but cherish the time that you do get.
Yeah.
So, what we can do.
It really is. It really is. We still doing good over there, Carla? Yeah, I don't know, man. Holidays are something special.
So talk to me a little bit about your camping excursions that you have. You know, I noticed you guys had that, and I'm shocked that I'm going to say this, but you know, your tent. You had your tent sponsor.
Yeah.
And your mother has inquired about that. You know, she would enjoy it because you know my ass is getting too old to go out and plop down on the ground somewhere. But something like that, if she sat in it, she enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But you know, you guys had one here. I guess at Carla's camp a couple weeks ago. How's that gone for you? I mean, I know you've done a lot of those over the years, and you try to plan your different events. I think you run into the same thing we run into as a holiday with the family. It's hard to get the same people to come out and enjoy. But how's that gone for you?
It's gone good. It's had its challenges, as everything does. It's been fun, and you get to see the people who are coming out and who are prioritizing it, which is really cool, especially as that list of people who prioritize the events grows. Adjustments. There's definitely transition in, you know, different events and different people, and if you have, you know, an entirely different group of people, that entirely different group of outdoorsy people might have a very different. They might like doing different things, right? So, you know, this group, maybe we hike a lot. This group, maybe we sit at camp a lot. This group, maybe we cook a lot. There's a bunch of different things that people who are outdoorsy like to do. So adjusting to that, and it kind of goes along with like these conversations where it's like, I want people together. I don't give a shit where it goes. I don't give a shit what we do.
You do. Sure.
So being able to sit back and say, okay, well, there's these certain things that I'm going to do. I'm making those happen, but everything else can just kind of go. And I think you probably relate to that because you're pretty similar. Like, okay, we go to this trip.
Right.
There's maybe 2 or 3 things I really want to do. Other than that, I don't give a shit.
Right.
So figuring that out has been the fun part.
Many obstacles, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. But it has been a fun obstacle to deal with. It's like, well, I don't know what to expect going into some of these trips now, and that's exciting because before it's okay. We're gonna show up here. We're gonna make food. We're gonna sit around the fire and drink. We're gonna go sleep. We're gonna wake up. We're gonna hit this hike, come back, make food, and that's pretty much it.
Gotcha.
And now it's like, well, I don't know where we're going.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'm very structured at work and in my life, in my leisure time. You think I want a fucking agenda?
Nope.
I want to make the agenda. And again, no offense, you go do what you want, but don't be disappointed in me if I don't want to do it. I want to do it. And I'm getting a little older in life, and I don't give a fuck. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So, you know, my dad hit that stage one time, and I'm like, well, I hope I don't get that way, Dad, but I'm there. Yeah. So, but, you know, I think it's neat, some of the different ones you go to, and just to experience the different areas of the world is pretty cool. Yeah. But the different people you come across is intriguing to me. And, you know, as your mom stated, that'd be nice to take some of these trips with you. And outside of sleeping in a Holiday Inn, which is what her preference would be, you know, something like that tent sponsor you had was a pretty neat thing.
Well, that's another thing that I'm currently trying to work out is the whole point is to make it accessible to everyone, right? Like not everyone's going to want to rough it and sit in a tent.
Correct.
And trying out the new gear like the Rise Air Nest, it is really cool to see how it gets people outside or how it gets people interested in being outside who wouldn't normally. And
that guy's a freaking genius, by the way.
He is. That's such a cool such a cool product.
Yeah, people like that just intrigue me. Just okay, you were sitting around a campfire probably somewhere thinking about, let me do this, and you know, to have the balls to sit down and take the time and do it. Good for him.
Yeah.
good for him. But yeah.
He's actually agreed to be on the podcast.
Is that right? That's
but
great.
he is 3,000 miles away.
Ouch.
So making it happen might be a little bit of a logistical problem. But
I'd like to meet the guy.
Yeah,
He's intriguing to me.
yeah, maybe if we hit, I'll talk to him and see how many likes we have to hit for him or for us to fly him out. 'Cause
Right.
I can figure that out.
Right.
We'll make it work. But yeah, no, super cool dude. He actually just got back from a trip to China where he went there to help adjust everything and
Nice.
to go through some like demos and stuff of all their products and test all their products and stuff. It was really cool to watch behind the scenes of a lot of that.
So tell me about your sponsors and how's that been going? You know, I know you've got some different ones out there lined up. We got a local one right down the street.
Mm-hmm.
At the Cool Run Craft, which is neat. But how's that been going for you? Or you know, how do you feel you dig in and get a little bit better at that? And
That is the current challenge. A lot of podcasts sell sponsorships. So, hey, I'm calling this out, which actually I had to do my intro like I normally do. We're sitting on click chairs, sitting around the solo stove and sipping on some Andy Shandy, which everyone knows we're drinking Andy Shandy
absolutely.
at this point.
and you sip from the corner of the mug if you have
Yeah.
a square glass.
But it's definitely something I need to improve on because this is not a very sustainable, what's the word? Format's not the right word. Structure, I guess. It's not very sustainable to do it the way I'm doing it.
Right.
Because it's just costing me money. I'm not making anything off of this yet. I'm enjoying it very much, so that's why I've continued to do it.
Right.
But I definitely need to get to the point where, hey, you know, so here's the hard part, right? I really like this beer. I really love Jason.
Right.
I don't expect to go, hey, all of a sudden I have 1 million viewers every month.
Right.
And if you want me to put your stuff there,
Yeah,
I need $10,000 an episode.
Can't do that. No.
He's my first sponsor.
Correct.
As long as he wants that spot, he gets that
he's
spot.
got it.
He's got it 100%.
At no cost. No.
No other sponsor has been a consistent, just repeating or like Click didn't send me these for these.
Right.
Solo Stove hasn't sent me shit. I haven't had a whiskey that's been an ongoing thing.
Right.
But the brew bank has been there
Right.
not since we started, but the first one to take
Right.
a leap and say, hey, we'll give you beer. Like I showed up, he goes, how many do you need? I was like, give me some of these. He's like, all right, and then here's this. And I'm like, all right, cool. So that's the part that I know I'm going to struggle with is if you take a leap and give me some faith and give me some stuff
Right.
to make that, I want to return that support.
Right.
And that might end up costing me a lot of money, but I don't give a shit about the money. I give a shit about supporting the people who supported me.
Correct. Well, you got to get your start, and you know, I think that's the neat thing with trying to find those people because there are a lot of good people out there that just looking to help somebody because they've sat in your chair one day and someone gave them the break.
Yeah.
So how do you find them? That's I guess that's the chase you're always looking for is who's that guy? Who's that out there? But you know, your I know you, Andy. You know, they do a nice job with Jason up there in the brew bank that they help you out with that. And Cool Run Craft's done one for you before. Have you had a whiskey on? You got a whiskey?
I have a whiskey. I had a liquor. It was I can never say the first. I'm not going to say it because I can never say the first word of the name. It's a Creek. I want to something Creek Distillery.
Right.
But yeah, they gave us some. It was a banana liquor and a rum, banana rum.
Rum. Yeah.
We both were really good. But yeah, I would really like to get a whiskey sponsor that's going to be, because that's the thing is whiskey, right? Like that's what I've started with all my guests and what I'd like to get back to.
Right.
But I also do want to come up with some point a non-alcoholic
Sure.
version of
You had
both
some
of these.
people who have not drank
Yeah.
on your episode, which is neat. So,
Yeah.
me and your mom went with Dave and Heather on a bourbon tour, and I think it'd be well worth a trip. And again, see some of the stuff you have, and take some of your gear, and see if you can get one of them to give you a break. But
That'd be neat.
what a trip that was with the on the bourbon tour. So to get sponsors like that would be pretty cool for you. And I think the efforts you made with some of your guests have been helpful. I know Steve could open up some doors for you, as well as some of all his contacts that he has. But I'm just curious on how you go about trying to dig in and find the sponsors. So it's a challenge, I'm sure.
Yeah, it definitely has been. I don't know. I don't know the process. I don't know the standard. I don't know really any of it. I'm just kind of throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks at this point.
Gotcha.
That's been kind of the theme. That's actually been the theme of pretty much the entire podcast is, hey, this worked. Oh, that didn't. Let's not do that again.
Right.
And figuring that out. But still good? But yeah, it's, I don't know. It's been a learning thing for sure. Do you have anything going on at work right now that has been a process for you to, like any changes in processes or?
Well, I got a new boss. New boss going to start here, which is always neat and challenging. You never know what you're going to get. Yeah. But I guess how I approach work today is every day I'm one day closer to retiring.
Yeah.
Working on year 31 now. So just so proud of my team that's around me, and I take a lot of pride in what I've done for them in their careers to start, to give them their opportunities. Now I step back and reap the benefits of that because they 100% carry our store.
Yeah.
They do. So I guess once retirement people ask me, I said, I guess when they piss me off, because my job's easy. I guess it's easy. I mean, people do their job, and I answer questions for them that they have. They know what they're doing. So yeah, I have no complaints about that. But when you get a new boss, you never know. You never know what you have. I've worked for some idiots in the past, and I've worked with some really good people. I guess I'd be anxious if I was younger. I can care less today. I mean, my building runs well, and not concerned about my job based off of that.
Yeah.
So.
Pause super quick for this, but I have something I want to dive into. Oh, life flight. I have a comment / question for that, but before we dive into that, I'm gonna throw another log on the fire.
Yeah, maybe a 2 or 3 because it's freaking cold.
All right, we'll get a little extra in there. This one was brought by the Breakbill family. Be like them. Check the comments down below, or the description down below for the link for Buy Me a Log. A couple extra ones on there.
Yes.
Thank you, Breakbill family. So you said that your job is easy. I feel like someone coming in, so like a new boss coming in and looking and being like, what do we need you? That's an easy thought to have when you have a store that's running as good as yours. I think what happens is it's not always been that way, right? You, like you said, you built that over a long period of time, and you put a very, very good team together, and you've taught them a lot of things. You've done all of the groundwork to get to that point. And I think new people coming in or people looking from the outside just see you sitting at the desk, feet kicked up, like, oh, what the heck? Does that ever concern you? And do you see like a counter to that? I mean, obviously you're super knowledgeable about your store. I mean, I can sit there and ask you any question. You could probably rattle off the numbers and all that stuff. So if someone actually questions you, I don't think there would be a question of your knowledge in that aspect.
No, I mean, I know the business inside and out. That doesn't worry me one bit. I get a lot of conversations from fellow store managers is, Black Friday, you're in the back office, feet propped up, drinking coffee, and I'm running my tail off. How do you get there? And again, that's you reap the benefits from what you put in. I put a lot of time and effort in. I've been in my store now 20 years. A lot of effort to get to the point where I'm at, to get to reap the benefits. I don't have many people leave because they get to work in that environment too, which is really good for them. So their work-life balance is great in a building, and we all share that. So it's a common goal that we've all achieved, and I'm so proud of some of the people that I've come across with in the career, from where they are, from where their home life was, to what they've developed into. And I say it time and time again, people are amazing. They really are. Just give them an opportunity, provide guidance, and get the hell out of the way. And see what they do. It's really amazing. They really are. So.
I think that's probably the biggest thing that I miss about being in a management position and having a team is being able to see that and being able to be just a part of that whole thing.
Right.
It's probably the only thing I miss about corporate life.
Right.
I guess if you can consider it corporate.
Well, obviously it's not for everybody, and I would have never thought I'd have been, sitting here 30 years ago, still working for Walmart. But it is a fabulous company that I can truly say always takes the high road. Everything they do, and they preach and they set them expectations on me to run my building and manage it that way. Do what's right by your people. Start there. And if you do that, you're doing what we want you to do. So and we measure that. And those are a lot of different metrics that you have to follow, and you get that's your grade, that's your score, and mine are pretty good, and it's because of what we created there.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Have you and I don't know if you don't have to use any specific names, but is there anything is there any one specific example of you being able to give someone an opportunity that you can recall that was really cool to watch what they've done with it?
Oh yeah, I mean, I believe we talked about it on the last episode was my buddy Fluff. He come from a rough home life with just a good person, and never had an opportunity and wanted it, and gave him the opportunity, got out of his way, and it's amazing with what he's created for his family compared to what his family has grown up with. Very, very proud of him, just like he's one of my kids. I mean, what he's able to accomplish is pretty neat. So, and again, I go back and what did I do? I didn't do much. I really didn't. I just I believed in him and gave him the opportunity, armed him a little bit with some knowledge, and made him seek it. I think how you teach people, just like you guys are in school. We could sit down and help you with their math homework, and I can sit and figure it out in my head and tell you, write this down. That's not helping you. So you lead them to the answer. Don't give it to them. And it's neat. You can see them grow with that thought process because they're no dummy. They know what I'm doing. And they know I have the answer, and I'm not giving it to them because I want them to find it out on their own. But I think that they sit back and they reap the benefits of that because they then have developed themselves by being a better manager. They manage that way with the people they have. I manage 10 people is directly underneath me, and the other 360 or so in the building are managed by them.
Yeah.
So it's neat to see that management style continue down and have that success that we have in our building.
I'd be really curious to see their perspective on that too, and maybe how they have taken things that you've taught them or styles that you've taught them, and how they've applied that. And then I'm sure there's been people that you've managed that way, that have people that they're managing that they feel very similar about. Like, I'm giving them the opportunity, I'm giving them the things that they need.
Well, and that's through the conversations you have. I've always told people, I've worked with a lot of people, a lot of good people, a lot of bad people, but I've taken a lot out of every experience I had, and take the good things, and those are things that you want to have. But I focus more on the bad things. What did this person do? How did they manage me that didn't make me feel good?
Yeah.
And I make sure I don't manage that way, because if I felt that way, why would I want to make somebody else feel that way? I don't.
Yeah.
So you took as much of the negative off of who managed you, and you kind of groom yourself to make sure you don't do that stuff. And then you work with enough people, you get a good happy balance.
Yeah.
But I think you'd find a lot of them. It's neat when I sit back and somebody will go out and address an associate because they have to, and they want to come talk to the store manager, and they tell me something, and it's almost verbatim what I would tell them. And I know that's where they got it from. So, but I think the key to the success there is communication. It's a big organization. It's always hard there, but I think my team's always on the same page, which is a big result. We all have a common goal.
Yeah.
So that's where you breed success.
Yeah, So I get comments all the time about, like, I'll say something, I'll be like, you sound just like your dad.
Right.
And it happens every time I go into your store. I'm like, shit, it's working there too. Like, he says the same stuff there that he says at home.
That's who you are. I mean, you got to be true to yourself, and you don't want to put any false fronts up. That you know what I mean. You come across people who are fake. I mean, listen, don't blow smoke up my ass.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear that. Yeah. And the older you get, the more and more you don't. And within 10-minute conversation with somebody, you can tell they genuine. Take the conversation you have with Steve. He is as genuine and believes exactly what comes out of his mouth, 100%. That's who he is. Yeah. Compared to some other people that are like, well, you're just telling me to tell me this.
Yeah.
I'm not that person, and again, that's just life, and that's experience you gain over your life, that you really molding yourself into who you are, and be true to yourself. You got to be true to yourself.
I feel like that's the big thing a lot of people miss, is they try to be so much what everyone else wants and needs. They don't become themselves. They become what everyone around them needs.
Correct.
And then figuring that out and adjusting to it's a whole different thing. But I think probably the biggest realization for me when I was managing, and I actually brought this back from like the coaches I had more so than any kind of manager, but it was that you can't manage or coach everyone the same. You have 360 people in your store, 370 people, whatever it is. None of them are going to be cookie cutter, the exact same. Like, certain times this person needs this thing, this person needs this thing. Other times they switch. Like, and figuring that out and adjusting to that, I think, is probably the biggest miss that I've seen in a lot of management.
One of the first things they hear from me is, listen, you got to know your people. If you can't manage them, what do I need you for?
Yeah.
Because you're here to manage them, so I don't have to.
Yeah.
So this one here, you got a punch in the mouth. This one here, you got a smack on the chin. This one here, you got a pat in the ass. And you got to do all that to get this result. Mm-hmm. But you have to go figure out, what do you need from that. And then people got life going on, and they stuff going on in their world. You got to figure that out. It's got to be a balance. But if you try to cookie cutter approach you're not going to be successful. You're just not, because that's a dictator, or someone who's trying to do the same thing with everybody, and you're not going to have a lot of success there. So my people hear that a lot from me.
Yeah.
They really do.
That's not surprising at all, actually. After the conversations we've had growing up, and
Sure.
the
Same when you coach ball.
Yeah.
I mean, you got different levels. Ain't a fucking thing bit funny about this. Outtakes.
Well, we'll be right back.
So we're back. Hopefully this sounds good, because we had to switch mics out, and this is not an ideal situation. But yeah, as you saw, the chair failed, and that was hilarious. So at the end of this episode, which is going to be here shortly, we're going to do the outro. If you want to see like a 30-second clip of him falling over and over and over again, I'll make sure to add that right at the end. We talked about it at the beginning. I was like, nah, it won't happen. The chairs are fine. Well, it happened. So, anyways, I don't even know where we were, but it's been fun talking, as
Sure.
always.
Absolutely.
You look much more comfortable now.
I am much more comfortable.
But yeah, thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Is there any final questions or comments you want to leave the audience with?
Not really. I mean, I guess I just appreciate everyone out there supporting you. And I guess the best they can do for you is share and subscribe and share for you. Any of my buddies that go out there and look at that, I'll always throw a challenge out to the Simpson boys, the Bartolini boys, and get them out there and dig a little bit. Steve, I mean, Steve's got a great following to share, but no, I just I'm proud of where you're at with this right now, and hopefully you see it continue to grow.
Thank you. Thank you much. And I am personally really looking forward to you retiring and seeing what you get to do with all that stuff, and bringing you with me on all the adventures that we go on.
That'd be exciting. Me and Mike was talking about that this morning. Two dum-dums get up at 5 o'clock in the morning because we can't sleep. And what do you got better to do than grab one of your buddies and go drink coffee? And it made no good sense why we were sitting in the woods today, as cold as it is. But that's neat to have a friend like that. So you got something in common with that he just enjoys. So looking forward to retirement and getting opportunities to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
How about yourself? I mean, obviously retirement's a year or two away for you anyways, but how do you set yourself up for that success?
Well, I'm still working on that bit, if we're being honest. I have not been, the problem is I know all of the financial stuff to how you're supposed to set yourself up and all of that stuff, and I have very not done that. I've very much been investing in myself and expanding my skills and my gear and all that stuff.
Not a better person to invest in than yourself, I can tell you that.
That's the thing. I've been taking it as a gamble, but if I'm putting money anywhere, it's going to be on me. I'm going to figure it out. But I really want to build a life I don't want to retire from. That's my long-term goal. Is right. I want to be able to, if I can sit around the campfire at 95 and still make something from it, that's what I'm going to do.
Sure.
I like to help some businesses. I want to help people. I want to get people outside. I want to help people in life. I want to become the person that I need right now to be like, hey, I see what you're doing.
Right.
Here's the money.
Right.
And you'll get burned on that, but I don't give a shit. I never gave a shit about money, and that's definitely because you've provided so much for us. You've always been money conscious, but just in a way that's just landed very well. So
it has to make sense.
Yeah.
It has to make sense. It's, I have no problem, back in the day, I was getting ragged on by you guys by buying the $30 white Nike shoes, the dad shoes, to today I spent $180 on a pair of good shoes, the own brand. You know, the money, I think whether you have it or not doesn't really matter. It's how are you doing that? Why? How do you make your decisions based off of what you want?
Yeah.
And so money's an issue, but it should not be something that controls you.
Yeah.
As our helicopter goes over top of us again.
Yeah, coming back.
I feel like this episode had a lot of mini disruptions.
Yeah,
I feel like that
quite a
doesn't
few.
usually happen.
So I apologize in advance for this being chopped up, but if you stick around just a little bit longer, you get to see 30 seconds of him falling over and over and over
I
again.
appreciate that.
The problem is I don't know that I'm shooting in 60 frames, which means that the fall won't be really good slow-mo. So if I had 60 frames, it'd have been like actual slow-mo.
That'd be cool.
But I don't know if I'm doing that or not.
Well, see if you can provide somewhere in the description below the link for Edgar Snyder.
I'm pretty sure if you just type in Edgar Schneider, it comes up.
I'm sure. Edgar, if you're watching this, what are my chances?
I think that's all I got. You got to finish that beer so we can do a shot here. Put that down out of the way for a second. All right, you got to say when. And consider we have to shoot this, so.
Good.
It's really nice having this snow here. Just makes a nice little slot for these.
Keeps it nice and warm.
Well, Dad, as always, it was a great conversation. I really enjoy talking all of the time. So, thank you for being here.
Appreciate it, bud. Good luck.
Thank you.
Salud. Out of my Campfire Combo glass.
Campfire Convo decanter, Campfire Convo glass.
Okay, that's all we got for the episode. Thank you for being here. Until next time, I appreciate you. Peace. But stick around because it's going to happen right now.
Ain't a fucking thing bit funny about this.